Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, one of the most remarkable puzzles that I can remember seeing on the channel. This is, what's the right word? A tribute? I'm not sure. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's a tribute to a puzzle that we featured about a year ago on the channel, which was incredibly popular. That was a puzzle by Scojo. I've got it here, so you can see that it was, obviously, this was based on Rapunzel. And you can see Rapunzel in her tower here has let down her hair, as per the fairy tale. And this was Scojo's puzzle. It was incredibly popular. It's an absolutely brilliant puzzle. And this puzzle had rules which were anti-knight. This tower is a fortress, and Rapunzel's hair looks like it's an entropic line according to the rules. Now, let's go back to tonight's fair. Oh, is that given digit? Yeah, the given digit's even in the same place. And the hair is the same, isn't it? I think it is occupying... It's either the same or very close to the same. However, in this puzzle, which is by ThePedallingPianist, Rapunzel has not let down her hair. She's let down her sausages. So there are some sausages that she's decided to let down the tower. It's just fantastic. I mean, it's so ludicrous. It's very funny, and the rules are almost the same, except there's a rule about sausages and a rule about Rapunzel's face that are slightly different. No hair, only sausages, and well done to the Pedaling Pianist, because Rapuzzle, let down your sausage is surely one of the great titles ever in the history of Sudoku. And this has got 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty, by the way, which I think makes it quite a bit harder than the original puzzle. But we won't know until we try it, which is what I intend to do in this video. So we're going to try and work out how the sausages work. And we'll read the rules together in a moment or two's time. I don't have much news for you today. Just an appeal, as always. If you do enjoy the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. That'd be really appreciated. If you really like us, over on Patreon, we have our Sudoku Club, where there's all sorts of extra content, both crossword related and puzzle related generally, and Sudoku related. Lots of long souls over there. So if you want a bit of extra cracking the cryptic, that is where it is to be found. It's a couple of bucks a month to join us on Patreon. Anything else? Probably not, or there probably is, but I can't think what it is. So let's just kick straight into this, shall we? Let's have a look at Rapuzzle, let down your sausage by the Pedaling Pianist. The rules of this one are as follows. We have got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we're going to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Right, we've got a knight's move constraint today. So let's check we all understand how that works. So this says that basically cells a chess knight's move away from one another cannot contain the same digit. So whatever this cell is in the center of the puzzle, imagine it was a chess knight, it could jump to these cells. Let's make those purple. And therefore none of these cells could contain the same digit as that middle green cell. And that applies for all cells separated by a knight's move. Now, tower fortress, is the tower the same? Oh, it's slightly more, I think apparently Dubious Mobius had a role in making the puzzle look beautiful, and the tower does look more beautiful than in the earlier version. So cells that are part of the grey tower must be greater than all orthogonally adjacent non-tower cells. Note, any cell that the tower even partially covers is considered a fortress cell. So that cell is a fortress. Let's make that one green. So that has to be bigger than that one and that one, because these two are not touched by the tower. The one beneath it is, so it also operates as a fortress, and it has to be bigger just than that one, actually. I think that's the only non-fortress cell that this cell here sees. Now, Rapunzel sausage. The difference between the sums of two linked sausages, linked is a lovely word to use there, of two linked sausages on a chain must be exactly equal to the number of sausages in that chain. Right, let me read that again because that made no sense to me. The difference between the sums of two linked sausages on a chain. So let's look here. So we've got two, that's a sausage. And that looks like a relatively little sausage. So the difference between two linked sausages on a chain must be exactly equal to the number of sausages in that chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think there are 6 sausages on the chain. So this digit and the sum of those two indigo digits differ by 6 is what we're being told, I think. And that is a very strange rule. There, I've said it. Now, Rapunzel's face. The digit on Rapunzel's face shows how many numbers of the opposite odd-even parity to itself appear on the whole sausage chain. Right, so the parity of this digit is going to be very important. If it's odd, okay, if it's odd, then it's going to count the number of even cells on the rest of the sausages. So the number of even cells in those. And if it's even, it'll count the number of odd cells in those. What a peculiar rule. Anyway, they are, let me check. Yeah, that's all the rules. Do have a go. Do have a go. I mean, it's so funny. It's worthy of your puzzle time and attention. It has to be. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. And I think most of... no, well, hang on a moment. Right, okay. Yeah, I was going to say most of these fortress cells are irrelevant. For example, all of those I'm going to claim have no inherent property about them because they are completely surrounded by other fortress cells, and therefore the fortress rule plays no effect on those cells. Actually, the same is true of that one, just seen. That is completely surrounded by cells that are touched by the tower. So this column is where we start, isn't it? Because that column, we know that these digits, how could these digits include a 1? They've all got a neighbour. They've all got a neighbour that is a non-fortress cell. So imagine you put 1 in there. This digit has to be lower than 1. Well, it can't be. So I think we can just write 1 into the top of that column. And then the corollary of that is that, yeah, if we now look at column 4, we know that column 4, whenever it's affected by a fortress cell, or whenever it sees and it's orthogonally adjacent to a fortress cell, it couldn't be a 9. So none of those cells could be 9. Because if any of them were 9, the 9 would obviously be bigger than the fortress cell next to it, which couldn't also be 9 by sudoku. So 9 goes here. I think that this is a gentle beginning, probably. Right. Now, and then we've got this weird pattern that exists in these columns, where every single one of these horizontal dominoes is effectively separated by a white Kropki dot. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is that somewhere in these cells there has to be the digit 2. Now, wherever that 2 is, it's got to be bigger than the cell on its right. So that cell on its right will be a 1. But then we can ask, well, hang on, somewhere in here is going to be the digit 3. Now the digit on its right is therefore going to have to be a 2, because it can't be a 1, because the 1's been hypothecated to wherever the 2 is in column 3. So everything in these cells, well, this is always bigger by 1 than the digit in the same row in this column. So if this was a 6, that would be a 5. Is how these columns iterate and operate together. Now what about this cell in the corner? That cell it's at least equal to 3, because it can't be 3, and yet so those two have to be bigger than it. So these are at least 4, 5. This is nonsense, isn't it? I can't do that pencil mark. Sorry, it's too extreme. What we need is to limit this corner digit a little bit more. So that's not where we look next. It's probably sausages is where we look next. It's going to be something to do with the fact that these digits are bigger than these digits by 1. So that one, which is a 1-cell sausage. What a ludicrous sentence. So this is a 1-cell sausage. It is 1 bigger than this cell. And yet this, so the green sausage is 6 different, isn't it, is what we said, than the single-cell sausage. I was going to say that means that the green cells have to be greater by 6. Yeah, that is true, isn't it? Because the greens couldn't be less by 6 because these two digits are only 1 apart. So, I mean, imagine this was 9 and this was 8. Then let's think through the options. The options are, because the single-cell sausages are 9, these two digits add up to 3. Well, that's clearly impossible. And would always be impossible. It doesn't matter what this is. If this is 5 and this is 4, then, well, actually 5 and 4 makes it impossible for the greens to ever add up to 6 less. In fact, there's very few options for 6 less. These could be the same digit, though, couldn't they? But it still doesn't matter. I mean, if this is 7, and we're saying that these two have to add up to 2 if they're less, that just doesn't work at all. So the greens add up to exactly 6 more than the purple. And yet those differ in value by 1. But where the green is lower. Right. So to recapture the difference, this is a 7, I think, is what we've just learnt. I'm just going to... yeah, that must be right. Because purple is bigger than this green cell. Let's make that green cell different. Let's make it lime. Because purple is bigger than the lime green cell by 1, and yet both greens are 6 bigger than purple, the way that we've got to correct the count is by making this a 7. And that will overall equalize these two digits. But I don't think it matters what these two digits are. I mean, it might do when we come to think about it, but I don't think it does. I mean, imagine that's 4. It doesn't matter. If that's 4 and that's 3, the difference is 1, then the difference goes to +6 in green's favour, and that will always happen, no matter what we pick in these cells. Ah, but if that's 7, we know that's 1 difference, so that's 6. Now, okay, let's think about this section of 3 digit. I mean, the minimum that could add up to is 6, I suppose. But if this was... So if this is any sort of low digit, these 3 digits will add up to 6 more than this one. But what would happen if that was 9, say? Yeah, yeah, that can't work, can it? So whatever, these three are 6 more than the purple digit. Because if they were 6 less, you can't make it work, because they would be 6 on their own. Plus 6 would make this a 12. Gosh, yeah, this is really, it's a strange rule. I'm struggling with it a bit. So that, the hierarchy is that this is definitely bigger. I'm going to make it red then. So red is bigger than purple. Green is bigger than purple. And then we've got a 3-cell sausage there. Let's make that one indigo. Now that one, do we think that's bigger than green or 6 less than green? It could be less than, couldn't it, actually? I mean, the minimum they could be would be 6. So is it possible for green to add up to 12? It absolutely is. Oh, that's rather distressing. Oh, and then we've got another single-cell sausage here. So, oh goodness, okay. So we've got a single-cell digit, we've got a single-cell purple here, and a single-cell blue there. And they are not the same number, because we're always plussing this is another ludicrous thing to say, that we're always plussing or minus by 6 as we move from sausage to sausage. So what that means is that green, we know green is plus 6 on purple. So indigo is either plus 12 on purple, or it's back flat with purple, i.e. indigo and purple would add to the same number. Now, if indigo is plus 12 on purple, what is blue? Blue must be 6 different from purple, because it can't be 18 different from purple. There aren't 2 Sudoku digits that are 18 apart. So either blue is 6 different from purple, and 6 higher, by the way, because we know that green is higher, or, that's very annoying, or the effect of green is plus 6, the effect of indigo is minus 6, and then we're plus or minusing 6 from purple to arrive at this digit. So this, okay, well what that does tell us, or this is it's good, but it's not good. It tells us the direction. It tells us the difference is always 6, but it doesn't tell us what I expected it to, which is that blue is bigger than purple. I think blue could be less than purple, which is incredibly annoying. But if the difference is 6, there are some digits that are impossible. 4, 5, and 6 are impossible, because plus 6 or minus 6 from the digits 4, 5, and 6 do not equal Sudoku digits. So they're either, they're not 1, 7, are they? That's interesting. 1 and 7 both look at purple. So a 1, 7 pair between purple and blue doesn't work. So it's either a 2, 8 pair or a 3, 9 pair. Now, will the knight's move help us? Because I have remembered it. No. Oh, maybe here though, because that we've got a 1 difference, haven't we? So this digit is 1, 2, 7, or 8. Oh no, no, that's rotten. I don't know. I don't see how to do that. That's very distressing. Wow. Okay. Golly. Okay. I don't see how to do that. So I know these are 6 different. Oh goodness. I haven't got a clue what to do. I have not got a clue what to do. If this was 2, that would be very difficult to fill. Because if that's 2, this 3-cell red sausage would add up to 8. Oh, it could have a 2. I was going to say it can't involve a 2. I thought it was going to have to be 1, 3, 4. But though, oh, well, hang on. No, that's lovely, actually. That 2 doesn't work, but it's not easy to see why. You have to avail yourself of everything. But let me show you. 2 doesn't work. Because if this is 2, we have to think about how we make red add up to 8. Now, we also have to bear in mind that part of that 8 sum is a consecutive pair of digits across this boundary here. Those 2 cells have to be consecutive. So, what are the options? Well, 1, 3, 4 would be the most obvious option. And that would make this a 4, and this a 3, and this a 1. And that's not going to work. Because if this is a 1, it's odd, and it's saying there are exactly 1 even digit on the sausages. But there would be a 4 here and a 2 here, so that doesn't work. Now, if on the other hand, this is 1, 2, 5 to add, which is the other way of making cells add up to 8, the consecutive pair there is 2, 1, but the 2 is the bigger one, so it has to be on that side, so you get double 2 here. So this is not 2. Oh, I didn't want to do that. All I wanted to do is get rid of the 2. So this is not 1. And if this isn't 2, this isn't 8. Now, let's try 3 then. If this was 3, these would add up to 9, wouldn't they? Now, well, that's already interesting, because if this was 3 and these red ones add up to 9, you couldn't use 1, 3, 5 to do it, because you know that one has to be a consecutive pair. So it would either, so if this is 3, it's either 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 6, 2, 1, 6, or let me just think about 2, 3, 4. If this is a 3, so this would be a 3, 4, so this would be a 2 in this cell, which would be saying that there are 2, it is 2 odd digits, isn't it, on the sausages then? I think it's 2 odd digits on the sausages, and we'd have one, no, well, oh no, we would have 3, because we'd have 1 in that pair, 1 in this pair, and 1 there, so that doesn't work. So if this is a 3, this is 1, 2, 6. Now, there might be a way to rule that out. 3, 2. Okay, a 6 in Rapunzel's face is saying there are 6 odd digits on the sausages. 1, 2, 3. That's certainly not impossible, though, is it? Oh, if that's a 3, that's a 9 as well, which is another odd digit. Okay, I'm not sure I can get rid of that. I don't even really want to think about 8 and 9. I just think they're... How can we think 8 and 9, I think, are more likely here. If it's 8 and 9, let's have a think about it anyway. 9, 8, and then this would be a 3, wouldn't it? So those 3 would add up to 9. Which would be 1, 2, 6, which is not... Oh, that's actually lovely. I can get rid of that. I can get right. Okay, I'm going to go through that slowly, because that is not straightforward. But right, 9 here. The crucial thing, if this is 9, we know that blue and purple are 6 apart. So this is 3. But that means that this indigo sausage has to be 6 different from 3. So it can't be -3. So it's going to add up to 9. Now, There are 3 ways of making 9 in 3 different Sudoku digits. One way is 2, 3, 4. That won't work. It's got a 3 in it. We can't put 2 3s in box 8. Another way is 1, 3, 5. That won't work. We've already got a 3 in box 8. The final way is 1, 2, 6. And which of these indigos can have a 6 in it? None, because of the knight's move. This 6 sees all 3 of those. So it just doesn't work. So we can get rid of 9. So it's not 9. And that means this one isn't 3 because they're 6 apart. This one isn't 8. Right, can we get rid of 8? So if that's 8, that's 2. This would be, oh, please, 1, 3, 4. This would be a 7. This would have to be 1, 3, 4. I don't know. I can't see why that doesn't work. There could be a very good reason. I can't see anything clever, I don't think. Let's actually put the options in case that sheds some light. So 2 here. These have to add up to 8. They have to be 1, 3, 4. This digit would have to be 1 more. So this would be 2, 4, 5. Those digits would have to be... They would have to add up to 14, wouldn't they? Because they can't make 3 digits add up to 2. So the red digits would add up to 14 with this being a consecutive pair. Now that would mean that this digit is odd. But it would be odd. Presumably it couldn't be 1 because there would already be 2 evens on it. So it would be 3, 5 or 9. I might be able to get rid of 3 there. Oh, this is quite difficult actually. 3 doesn't work there, so 5. 5 would make these have to add up to 9, so they would have to be... Oh, that doesn't work either, actually. That would have to be a 5-4 pair. So 9 is the only thing that works with a 3-2 pair. But 9 there, 9 even digits on the sausages. 1, 2... Yeah, 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. No, you can't get anywhere near 9. Right, this is good. I can rule this one out as well. This is even harder. Okay, I'm going to let's remember that 6, 2, 1 is possible there. I'm going to take that out because that is, I think, where we're going to end up. And I'm going to explore this being an 8 fully. If this is an 8, we know these add up to 8. That's one consequence, but I can't see why that's a problem. But I can see why this is a problem adding up to 14. Because this is a consecutive pair across columns 3 and 4, a consecutive pair of digits will always add up to an odd number. But those 3 add up to an even number, so this digit has to be odd. Rapunzel's face has to be odd, which means in theory 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 7 we can see is immediately ruled out. 1 is impossible because there's already an even digit here and an even digit there. So 1 doesn't work because it would be counting the even digits on the sausages. So we're left with 3, 5 or 9. But these, remember, overall they add up to 14. If this is 3, this has to be adding up to 11 with consecutive digits. So it has to be 6, 5, and the 6 would be here, and it would be a knight's move away from itself. So that doesn't work. If this is 5, these two have to add up to 9 with consecutive digits. So it would be 5, 4, but that puts 2 5s into these cells. So that doesn't work. And if it's 9, it just doesn't work because of the sausage length. The length of the sausage is insufficient. Because if this is 9, we need 9 even digits. There's 1 in this consecutive pair, 1 in this consecutive pair, none there. So we've only got 2, so there has to be 7 in those 6 cells. Well, that's not going to work ever. So it doesn't work. This doesn't work. This is not a 2, so it is a 9. This is a 3. These do add up to 9, and they are 1, 2, 6, which is the version we were looking at before. And now what do we do? Those can't add up to 3. So they add up to 15. Ugh, that's not going to be helpful. I don't think it is anyway. It may be if we could do knights move jiggery pokery, we could get somewhere here. These, oh no. Those two could add up to 3. Or they could add up to 15, obviously. So that we don't know whether these two go up or down from the 9. So these are 15. Oh, nearly. 9 in box 5 is quite restricted. Can't go in its column, can't go a knight's move away from itself. I mean, I've really done very little with the knight's move. Oh, no, nearly. Where's 2 in column 8 is almost a very good question. If this was a 2, they would add up to 13. They couldn't be 4 9s. They'd be 5 8 or 6 7. I don't know. That might be some reason that doesn't work. How do we do this then? Is it 2? 2 can't be a knight's move away from itself, so it's in one of 2 places in box 1. Oh, wow, I'm so sorry. Oh, hang on. I can't use 6 in that sum. So the sum is 15 without using a 6. So if that is a 2, it's 2, 5, 8. But it doesn't have to be. I'm sure it doesn't have to be. So 2, 5, 8 is one possibility here. If 8 is involved in those 3 digits, what are the options? We need 2 other digits that add up to 7 without using 6, so it could be 3, 4 perhaps. Oh, although that one couldn't be 3. So maybe 3 in one of those, 4 here. That would make this a... Well, let's maybe try and fully pencil mark indigo, and then we can work on this digit by the funny rule. So if 8's involved, this is the full panoply. No, that could be an 8 as well. Because it doesn't have to be 2, 5, 8. So this could be 8 in the version where this is 3, 4, 8. Oh, okay. Okay, and if it doesn't involve 8, then it has to involve 7, because it can't involve 6. And 5, 4, 3 is not enough to get to the total we need of 15. So it would be 7 plus 2 digits that add up to 8, which couldn't be 2, 6 or 1, 7. So it would be 7, 3, 5. And that, I'm afraid, might be fine. I'm looking at it, trying to see why it wouldn't work. problem is we have so few digits in the actual grid. I think it's quite tricky. 7. I can't see why that's a problem. I just can't. The 7 would be restricted if it was 735. It couldn't actually weirdly... Oh, no, it could. Because that 8, an 8 there would be fine. This 7 doesn't see any of the indigo cells. So the other option is 735, which is incredibly annoying. So 7 here. 3 still can't go here. 7 here. 7 here. 5 here. So this is the full panoply of options. And this digit here is either 5, 6, 8, or 9. Wow. I don't think that's seeing anything by Knight's Move that's remotely useful. What am I missing there? Which sausagification am I missing? Is there some sort of weird sudoku point that I'm not understanding? Possibly. Oh, okay, hang on. Maybe it's the parity thing. Oh, and you know what it could be? It could actually be. Because oh no, it's not going the right way, is it? I need 6 odd digits. 1, 2, 3. Or they must have an odd digit. Ah, hang on. Yes, no, this is good. No, this is good. This is good. It's going to get rid of... Right, it's going to get rid of 735 from this option. Oh, this is very interesting. And forgive me. Right, I'm going to delete some things here. I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to rethink about those 3 cells from a parity perspective. So, this 6 is saying that the sausages overall contain exactly 6 odd digits. Now, across that domino there's 1. Across this domino there's another, so that's 2. This 7 is 3. This 9 is 4. And these 2 digits sum to 9. So they must be 1 odd and 1 even. So that's 5, which means that the way that these indigo works is there's 1 odd digit there and 2 even digits. So 735, which is one of my options, is out. And we're either, so there is 8. So 8 is always used in indigo. It's either 8, it's not 816. So it's either 834 or 825. But some things we can get rid of this time. 2 cannot be in those cells by sudoku. 3 cannot be in this cell by Knight's Move. Now, so this digit is now more restricted than it was. That digit is 5, 6, or 9. Now, is anything looking into it by Knight's Move? Or 4. If that's 4, that's 5, and this is 4, 3, 8. It doesn't work now. I thought maybe because this cell sees all of the indigos by the Knight's Move seeing this one, so I wondered whether I could do some trickery there, but I don't think I actually can. Wow, okay, so that is very annoying. That is what we can deduce from that. That is very annoying. 7, right. 7 is now restricted in box 8 because the indigos can't have 7 on, and that 7 sees those 2, so 7 is in one of 3, which means 7, come on, one of 2 in, no, one of 2 in the fortress doesn't matter. No, that doesn't quite work. 7 in one of 3 places in box 5. If this was 7, this would be 8. That's almost impossible because that would make this an 8, as the only place 8 could go in the indigo. We know one of those indigos is an 8. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So that digit is not 7 or 8. That's just 3, 4, or 5, I'm going to claim. That might be right. 3, 4, that's actually... Bingo! Got you. Right. This cell is very interesting. No mocking me. No, it really is. Because this is 3, 4, or 5 by Sudoku. It sees a 7 pencil mark. It sees an 8 in indigo, and the rest of the column is 1, 2, 6, and 9. So it's 3, 4, 5. But this digit now is 1 more. So it's 4, 5, or 6, but 6 is there, which means this can't be 5. But if this can't be 5, it's 3 or 4. And if it's 3 or 4, this cannot be 3, 4, 8. So that is, it's 8, 2, 5. And we know that the 2 has to go in the circular bit of the sausage. So this digit is now not 5, it's 6 or 9. This is a 2, so that isn't a 2. And this surely must do more than this. No. Come on. Oh, come on, Simon. There must be something we can do with this. This is 5, 8. I don't know. I'm sure there is some clever trick we can do. I'm just not sure I know what it is. Maybe I've got to go back to this column. So in this column, I need 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. There's very little actually known, isn't there? I mean, this digit is 3, is 3, 4. It's not 5. It could be 7. So it's 3, 4, or 7. Yes. So this is where we look now, because that digit is 4, 5, or 8 by Sudoku. But look, it's so gorgeous. That cell sees 5 and 8 in box. So imagine this was 5. You then couldn't put 5 in this box because it would be ruled out of both of those cells. So that has to be 4. This has to be 3. That's 4. That's 5. And now that's 5, and that's 8, and that's 6. And we are practically, we've basically finished. We haven't at all. Oh, right, this is 8, 9, but 9 sees that one. So 9, 8, 8, 7, just using the same dotted nature of all of these horizontal pairs. These digits now are, let's just fully pencil mark them, 1, 6, 7. Okay, somehow that doesn't seem to be resolved. But that can't be 6. No, I don't know how to do that. Actually, 7 does see in there by knight's move, so we can get a 1. We get a 6, 7 pair in the bottom row. 1 is now placed in column 6. It's got to be in one of these 3, but that one sees that one by knight's move, and that one sees that one by little old Sudoku. So that's a 1. Okay. That's very exciting for the following reason. I don't know why that's exciting. I'm sure it is exciting. These 2 digits add up to 9, and I've given that almost exactly 0 thought, other than noting one will be even and the other will be odd. But no, I think that can be done in a... it can't be 4, 5 because of that one. So it's not 4, 5. depending on what this digit is, 6 or 7, that will rule, that sees both of these cells because of the knight's move constraint. So if I knew what that cell was, we would be halfway home, wouldn't we? Okay, let's try that digit, because that sees 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 6, and 5. That is restricted. It can't be, because it sees these by a combination of knight's move and sudoku. So it's not 1, 2, 3. Oh, it can be 4. That's annoying. It sees 5. Can it be? It can't be 6, 7, 8. Come on. It can be 9, can't it? I've got a pencil mark in there. 4 or 9. The digits in box 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, does anything... That's weird. Nothing seems to reach in there and help us from a knight's move perspective. I don't know then. It's not going to be fortress in here. What was that cell? That cell is at least 3. So these two have to be... Oh, that can't be 2. Oh, that's been available forever. I forgot about it. Yeah, because this is at least 3, these two have to be at least 4. So they can't possibly put 2 there. So hopefully this will do something. So 2 is in the bottom corner there, one of those 2 cells. 2 is in one of those 2 cells. 6 is very restricted in box. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, 6 can't go in this cell because those 2 would both have to be bigger than 6. And 9 and 8 aren't available, and they can't both be 7. There's a knowledge bomb for you. So this is a 6. So these are not 6. And okay, so let's fully pencil mark the rest of box 1. 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 reaches in there by sudoku. These 2 have to be bigger than this one, so neither of those can be 3. That's ludicrous. Oh, they could be 4 though. This can't be 7 or 5. If that's 5, these can't both be bigger than it. So that is 3 or 4. Oh, and 7 is in one of those 2 cells now. Now, can we do anything clever with that? I'd love to be able to. 4, 5, 7. I don't know. Wow. No, I don't see how to do much there. 1. I don't know. Don't know what to do. Sorry. What if we had to find a digit in this puzzle that was somehow restricted? Where would we look? That is, I think, easier said than done. No, that cell is restricted. No, it's not. Well, it can be 1, unfortunately, which was one of the digits I didn't consider when I was looking at it. I saw I had a pencil mark 2, and I saw it saw 3, 4, 5. It can't be 6. It's 1 or 7. Aha, that is a 1. Right, that is very restricted. Okay, let's look at this cell very carefully. It can be 1. It can't be 2. That is true. It really can't be 2. 3, 4, 5 are all seen by a combination of knight's move and sudoku. 6 is just seen. 7 is seen by knight's move, and there's an 8, 9 in the row. So that is a 1, which places 1. Lovely. In box 4. And probably, if this is a 1, that would be an 8. That doesn't work. So we can... That's right, isn't it? I haven't made some sort of awful arithmetic hiccup there. I have made an arithmetic. Oh, I forgot. I thought that they were adding up to 9. I mean, I haven't done anything with it. I've done nothing with it. But of course, they don't add up to 9. They add up to 6 different from 9. So that, okay, well. Okay, so they either add up to 3, which now they could. If this could be a 2, which it probably can be, or if these don't add up to 3, they must add up to 15, and this can't be 8 or 9, so this would be 8 or 9. Oh, it can't be 9, so this would have to be a 7. Oh. Now, so this is really restricted, this yellow sausage. The restriction of the yellow sausages is enormous. One is restricted in box 6 by Sudoku, so that would, if that would be a 1. If this is 8, the 1 in this column would be here. Oh, I see. Oh, no, that's beautiful. That is a pedaling pianist. This is sick. Right. The shape of this sausage matters, actually. Imagine that these 2 digits do add up to 3. Well, then this is a 2 and this is a 1. But now look what happens to these 3 cells. You get a 2 here, so that becomes a 2. But we get a 1 here, so the only place we had for 1 it was in this domino. So if this is 1, the 1 gets shunted here. But if this is 2, the 2 also gets shunted here. And you get an oscillating. It's like when if you drop toast, it always lands butter side down. And if you drop a cat, it always lands feet side up. So the old thought was, to create a perpetual motion machine, you should butter some toast and strap it to the back of a cat. And then if you sort of drop the cat, it'll continually rotate in the air, just like this 1 and 2 will continually rotate forever. It's that's not going to work, is it? So this can't be. This has to be 7, 8. It has to be 15. And now that 7 sees this cell by Knight's move. So we get all sorts of things. Look, yeah, we do. We get lots of sorts of things. 7 is up there by Sudoku. 7 is there by Sudoku. And that's displacing my 9 pencil mark. So I shall take advantage of that straight away. 7. I feel like we've got loads of 7s in the grid. Oh, that can't be 7 because of this one. And there's a 7 in one of those cells. This 9 must do something. No. Okay, no, it didn't. What about this row then? 2, 3, 6. So that can't be 2. So 2, 3, 6. This can't be 2 because of this 2. So 2, 3, 6 there. 2, 3 for that cell because it sees 6 in its box. So 6 is in this domino. Okay. Don't know what to do now. I'm trying to see what to do, and am failing. What do you think? Does this... Oh, 8. I can get an 8 here just by normal Sudoku of all things. So that's very nice for where 8 goes in box 4 because of the Knight's move. So 8 is placed. So 8 is nearly... It's very near. Oh, it doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't really do anything. I thought it was going to be really good in box 5. Right, what do we need? We need 4, 5, and 9 into the rest of box 4. Now, does anything reach into these cells by Knight's move? 9 does. So 9 sees that one. So this is 4. So there's a 4, 5 pair in the column, and that's a 3. So that's a 4, and that's a 5. Does that work? Yes, 5 and 7 are greater than 4, so that's absolutely fine. This digit is no longer 3. This digit is a 4. That's a 5-9 pair. So these two digits in the corner are a 2-3 pair. That gives us this digit. That's a 9 now. So we need 1, 2, and we need 1, 2, and 3 in row 9. Oh no, that's wrong. Hang on, don't like that. That's a bad thought. Naughty. Let's banish that. There's a 3 here. So this has got to be 3, this has got to be 2, and that's been available forever. So this is a 6, that is a 2. And what are those digits? 1 and 5, actually. So these digits are 4, 3, 9. And Sudoku does seem to be working and be our friend for once. Okay, that's great. That's great. This is 3 or 4. Can we anything get into these 5s and 9s here? No, maybe not. What about this column then? We've got a 6 at the bottom there. So that becomes 4 or 5. 6 in the box has to be there, apparently. So this is 3, 4, and 5. So that digit can't be 3, 4, or 5 because it sees the whole of that triple once you take into account the knight's move. So that digit is 1, 5, or 9. Maybe all of which are possible, unfortunately. Oh, it can't be 5. For the same reason. 1 or 9. This is a lovely digit. By Sudoku, it's 3, 4, or 5. It sees 3 and 4 by knight's move, so it is 5. That's 5, that's 4, that's 3. Therefore, this is 5, this is 9. Good grief. We're actually getting there, aren't we? 3, 4, 8. This is a naked single. 8 sees 3 and 4 in the row. That sees 4 by knight's move, so that's 3. This is 4 then by Sudoku. I need a 1, 2, 3 triple. In this, so that 2 sees both of those. So this is a 2. 1, 3 pair there. What's that doing? Don't know. What about those? 4, 8, 9. Let's pencil mark those cells. 8 sees that one. 4 sees that one. 9 sees that one as well. So that's an 8. And we get a 4, 9 pair here, which is nearly great. That 4 sees that cell. So that's a 3. So this is a 3. This is a 1. Oh, come on. 3 is placed in column 7. And then we need a 7, 8 pair, which we can do. And then we need a 7 here by using our pencil marking. All the 7s are done. All the 8s are done. All the 3s are done. What about row 2 then? 2, 5, 6. 2 can be placed. 5 and 6. I don't think we can do. I might be wrong about that, but I can't see immediately how to do that. And these squares are 1, 4, 9. Let's do full pencil marking. 1, 4, 9. This is not 1. So there's a 4, 9 pairs. We should get that. Oh, 6 can be placed in box thingy, the technical term. So that's a 5. And it's got to be knight's moves now. Somehow, some way. There is some knight's movage that's going to get us home. We just got to see what it is. Is it here? No. Is it Henry, the mild-mannered janitor? Could be. No, it's probably not. Where is... Oh, there's a 6 here. So that's probably helpful. 6, 5, 5, 1. Yeah, 9, 4, 9, 1, 4. 4, 9. It suddenly just filled itself in. What a brilliant puzzle. What a brilliant puzzle that is. Wow. The Pedaling Pianist. I mean, that is, again, it's just pure panache. To take someone else's puzzle and copy it exactly in terms of the graphical content to the given digit, and then introduce sausages. And it still works. It was really interesting as well. It's a brilliant puzzle. It stands on its own right as a brilliant puzzle. But when you compare it to that puzzle, you can sort of see how fantastic it is. Absolutely wonderful. Genius setting. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.